Technology is getting out of hand. And honestly, I can't take it anymore. AI is getting out of control. People don't know what's real. Robots are turning their legs backwards and turning their heads and bodies backwards and walking towards you. Toward us, not just you, us, all of us, whoever watched that. And my air conditioner is broken, and that shit cost almost $1,000. But speaking of AI getting out of hand, a school principal was framed using AI-generated racist rant, police say. A coworker is now charged. That's some Black Mirror stuff right there, man. We're getting into some uncharted waters. There's no putting everything back into Pandora's box. Baltimore. A former high school athletic director was arrested Thursday morning after allegedly using artificial intelligence to impersonate the school principal in a recording that included racist and anti-Semitic comments about individuals at the school. And I have that footage or that audio, and I'm going to play it for you right now.
You know, I seriously don't understand why I have to constantly put up with these dumbasses here every day. Between these ungrateful black kids who can't test their way out of a paper bag, or these teachers who don't get it, how hard is it to get these students to meet their grade level expectations? Lawrence and Ravenel should have never been hired. And don't let me get started on DJ. I'm going to drag his black ass out of here one way or another. I'm going to get something to stick. I'm just so sick of the inadequacies of these people. And if I have to get one more complaint from one more Jew in this community, I'm going to join the other side.
So if you didn't tell me that that was AI, or somebody didn't say that was AI, I wouldn't have known it, because I wouldn't have been knowing to pick out all of the weird stuff that people just won't say, or like articulations of the syllables that just don't sound right, or the way words come out in a sentence don't sound right. I wouldn't be able to know that. Dazon Darian is facing charges including theft, stalking, disruption of school operations, and retaliation against a witness. Investigators determined he faked Principal Eric Eiswert's voice and circulated the audio on social media in January. Darian's nickname, DJ, was among the names mentioned in the audio clips he allegedly faked, according to the Baltimore County State's Attorney's Office. So, theft, stalking, disruption of school operations, and retaliation against a witness. Sounds like this guy was absolutely insane and doesn't need to be around children. Baltimore County detectives say Darian created the recordings as retaliation against Eiswert, who had launched an investigation into the potential mishandling of school funds, Baltimore County Police Chief Robert McCullough said on Thursday. So the guy was spending money where he shouldn't have been and was misusing the funds. That's what it sounds like. And their principal or whoever launched an investigation on this guy, and he didn't like that. So he tried to get him fired. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what I'm gathering from this article. Eiswert's voice, which police and AI experts believe was simulated, made disparaging comments toward black students in the surrounding Jewish community. The audio was widely circulated on social media. Which that's what I played earlier, you already heard that. Baltimore County Police said Darian was at the airport trying to get on a flight to Houston when he was arrested. He had a firearm on him at the time, according to police. I don't know how that has anything to do with anything, but they said he had a firearm, so he had a firearm. I think you should be able to carry a firearm anywhere, anyone, so that one I don't even care about that. I think we should all have nukes and tanks and battleships and space lasers and interplanetary devastating weapons. Mr. Darian was stopped because of the way his declared firearm was packaged. When officers looked into his background, they learned he had an open arrest warrant. See, I don't like that. I don't like how they can just... But I mean, dude did do all of these crimes, but I don't like that the gun is what triggered that. On the audio clip, a voice that mimicked Principal Eiswert made race-based commentary, including statements that African-American students were unable to test their way out of a paper bag. according to charging documents. See, that was one of the statements in that nobody talks like that. Who says that? Test their way out of a paper bag. What kind of paper bag am I going to get stuck in that I'm going to have to take tests to get out of? There were also comments about Jewish individuals and 2 teachers who should never have been hired at the school. Police said the recordings depicted a phony conversation between Eiswert and one of the school's assistant principals. The clip's viral circulation on social media had significant repercussions. Eiswert was temporarily removed from the school, and waves of hate-filled messages circulated on social media, while the school received numerous phone calls. I just took a dab hit, and I'm dying. I'm gonna try and get through it. Okay. Interviews with multiple administrators at Pikesville High School revealed that Darian had multiple work-related issues since he began his role as athletic director in July 2023. Police said Darian had been reprimanded for terminating a long-standing coach at the school without approval. So he fired a dude when he wasn't supposed to do it. I wonder why he fired him. They don't say it in that article. Things that I want to know. This article sucks, man. Investigators say Darian had accessed the school's network multiple times in December and January, performing online searches for open AI tools, which police linked to paid open AI accounts. Yeah, this dude was a moron. He did not try and cover his steps at all. Like, what was he even thinking? What were you thinking?
What the fuck were they thinking?
A forensic analyst and university professor contracted by the FBI conducted an audio analysis of the file. The results determined that the recording contained traces of AI-generated content with human editing that added background noises for realism after the fact. This dude really tried, but he was using like my level of basic editing to try and trick the government. Contained traces of AI-generated content with human editing that added background noises for realism after the fact, according to the charging documents. Another expert at the University of California, Berkeley, analyzed the audio and also determined that it was manipulated. So everybody it was easy to see. Like, all you gotta do pretty much, I might even try it. Nah, somebody's already done it. I don't care enough to put it into like a digital audio workstation and just look at the audio file. You can run it through Audacity. I bet you're gonna see some weird shit that's not gonna be obviously an actual recording. Response from school leadership. As you can imagine, this has been a very difficult time for Pikesville High School community. Principal Eiswert and his family, and Team BCPS. Don't know what that is. We are incredibly proud of the students and staff and how they stepped up to support one another. Baltimore County Schools Superintendent Dr. Miriam Rogers said. Okay, so that was all said by Dr. Miriam Rogers. As I said then, and it bears repeating, the statements on the recording do not reflect the core values of our system. It's gonna. AI is coming for us all.